Hi guys, Master C here. Excited for another class with you guys today. We've got kind of an interesting take on something for us to work on. So before we dive into that one, let's bow into our class. So you guys can face right up here and repeat after me. Everybody say feet together.
Together.
Hands by your side.
Hands by your side.
Eyes straight ahead.
Eyes straight ahead.
And bow.
And bow.
You guys are doing great. Turn and face the flags. Right hand over your heart. Cookie barre.
Cookie barre.
Baro.
Baro.
Good. Face the pictures of the Grand Masters. Kwan Janin. Chariot.
Chariot.
Kunyat. Face up front one more time. Chariot.
Chariot.
Kunyat. Okay, now for our warm-up today, we're going to be doing the Bring Sally Up challenge. Now, this apparently has been going on for years, though I just heard about it recently from one of our students. And since he shared this idea with me, I thought it'd be cool if he kind of led this warm-up. So when we transition to the warm-up in just a moment, he's going to be leading it. Now, I think people use this type of challenge for lots of different exercises. You can apply it to push-ups or pull-ups or sit-ups or anything practically that you want. For this class, we're going to be doing it with squats, okay? So when you hear on the music, which I'm going to kind of play in the background, so hopefully it comes out pretty clear, but when you hear it say, Bring Sally Up, you're going to stand up in your squat. When it says Bring Sally Down, you're going to squat down. And the part of the music where there's kind of an interesting other beat, you're going to kind of sway side to side in the bottom squat position. Remember, when you're squatting, try to keep your heels on the floor and try to get where your hips are at least as low as your knees. Try not to squat this way, like we're hiking a football, okay? So Lucas is going to do this one in just a second, and I'll see you guys right back in a moment here. All right, guys, so we have Lucas here on the right. We got Rosemary over here on the left, and they had a pretty good idea. So Lucas is actually going to be demonstrating the push-up version of this, and there's really a couple ways you can do the push-ups. There's like a super hardcore version where even in the down position, you don't let your body weight settle, where you have to hold it. That's really, really tough. And the version he's going to demonstrate on down, he's actually going to allow his body to rest. So Lucas, if you chose the Sally up position, it's just like a regular push-up position. On Bring Sally Down, he's going to lower his body down. Now, a couple things, parents, to keep in mind. Even in this down position, he should keep his knees off of the floor, and he should keep the balls of his feet on the floor, not resting on the top of his feet or allowing his feet to bounce up where he would be on his knees. Okay, Rosemary will be demonstrating the squat. So this starts in the down position for both of you guys. I'm gonna run over and hit the music, and we'll make it happen.
Bring Sally up, I bring Sally down. Last time squats got a tail to the ground. Bring Sally up.
Turns out it's a pretty tough workout, but these guys are gonna do great. Don't get tired, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Keep it up. You're doing great. Your hair looks good too, Lucas. Thank you, sir.
Bring Sally up, bring Sally
Nice job, nice job. Good. So for people at home, that is not an easy workout. Now, we're going to do a second round where they'll do 2 squats whenever they say bring Sally up, or 2 push-ups. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Just kidding, of course. Just kidding. Awesome, guys. You can grab yourselves a quick sip of water, and we'll come right back for our stretch. All right, guys, let's get a quick stretch in. So go ahead and put your hands on your hips and hip circles. And other way. Arms out of the sides, arm circles backwards. And forward. Back and forth across your chest. Link your hands together, trunk twist. Hands back on your hips, head side to side. Looking left and right. And up and down. Good. Spread your feet out to the sides. Lean forward. One hand on each foot. And repeat after me. Say, 하나,
하나,
둘,
둘,
셋,
셋,
넷,
넷,
다섯,
다섯,
여섯,
여섯,
일곱,
일곱,
여덟,
여덟,
아홉,
아홉,
열.
열.
Very nice, guys. Excellent. Face this way, yet. Couldn't yet. Good. You can grab another quick sip of water. We're going to spend some time today going through rolling and a falling skill. So we're going to cover front roll, back roll, as well as a back break fall. All right, these are really important fundamental martial arts skills, and they're really cool, especially for little people, to learn how their body moves in space. Okay, so again, grab a sip of water, come right back here, and we're going to work on it. All right, so we're gonna start off with a forward roll, okay? When we do this one, I'll demonstrate it kind of moving right towards the camera. I'll do one sideways. I think both those angles are really helpful for learning how it works. So when we do our forward roll, best place to start from is from a kneeling position. So one knee down, one knee up. I'm gonna use my hands to make a triangle, and I'm gonna put that triangle right by my lead foot. Not out in front of it, the back behind it, but basically like right beside it. Next step, I'm gonna take my chin, I'm gonna tuck it right against my chest. Boom. The idea here is I'm trying to keep my head nice and low. As I move to the roll, I wanna keep my head close to the ground, but ideally I don't want it to hit the floor. Next piece is I'm gonna use my back leg, kind of like a sprinter getting ready to run. I'm gonna use it to push off. This will give me the momentum that I need to actually complete the roll. Sometimes for our younger students or people just learning rolling, I'll stand behind them and they can kind of push off on my ankle or shin, or you can put someone like basically right on a wall where they can push off. That'll help them get a little thrust. So triangles down, tucking my chin, push to my back foot, and I should finish basically in exactly the same position that I started. My left knee was up before, my left knee is up right now. All right, let's do that one towards you guys. You can kind of see that angle. In my kneeling position, making a triangle, put it right down by my foot, tuck in my chin, and now pushing with my back foot as I complete the forward roll. Again, you should notice that my head really didn't hit the ground. I want to try to avoid what I call the kindergarten roll, which is hands down, and typically when students put their hands way out in front of their feet, the kindergarten roll is coming, where their head touches down and they just kind of roll over the top. It's not terrible for learning that your hips should come over your head, but it's not a great fundamental martial arts roll because our head's hitting the floor. You'll see in gymnastics, they will kind of roll straight along their spine, but martial arts is a little bit different. Okay, So that's gonna be our forward roll. I'm gonna recommend maybe pause the video on this next still shot, and I would suggest, work with your ninja, let them complete 8 good forward rolls before you move on to the next drill. All right, so we're gonna work towards transitioning the student to be able to do a forward roll from a standing position. So in class, I will often use a square target that I always call like a hot piece of lava, right? So I'm gonna put my lava piece down right here, and the idea is that I'm gonna come up to it, and I'm gonna roll over it without actually touching it. So my feet can come up on one side or one foot especially close. My hands are gonna go on the other side. I'm still pushing with my back leg, chin tucks, and just kind of falling right over it. Again, trying to keep my head off the ground when I do this one and giving myself a little bit more momentum as I push through the roll. I always think that students will be really challenged by this, but oftentimes they learn this faster than they would a regular forward roll. So I'm typically kind of amazed just at how quickly they're able to pull this one off, and we can stack more and more. If you're at home, you can have them do their mini dive roll over like a stuffed animal or a pillow or just something relatively low. In some of our more advanced classes, we'll stack up weight master barrels or shield targets, and some of them can literally dive roll over things just as tall as they are. It's pretty incredible. But it all starts from being able to do this one. So I'm coming up, feet on one side, hands on the other. A common error is when I get really spread out. Now, it's really difficult to complete the roll, and you'll see students just kind of fall off on the side. So I want to have at least one foot really close to the target and my hands really close to the other side. Now when I push, I can roll right over it, no problem. Right, so make sure you have a little bit of space if you're working this one at home, or if you're lucky and you have a big trampoline, you can put something kind of out in the middle and you can work it on that, okay? So pause on the next still shot, and I'll see you right back here for some backwards rolls. All right, next skill that we're gonna work on is a backwards roll. I'm gonna demonstrate it from a side angle once, and then I'm gonna actually turn my back to the camera and demonstrate it moving that way. So for tigers and grasshoppers, I typically start with them having both feet in front of them on the floor, tushy on the floor. Next key as we do a backwards roll is to take our ear and put it on one of our shoulders. Boom. Now my goal is to fall straight back. Going straight backwards this way. I don't necessarily want to fall in the same direction that my head moved, which is really tough. Typically when students put their ear on their shoulder, they want to fall the same direction that their head is moving. So this is pretty common. But I do want to fall straight back, even though my ear was on the shoulder, okay? So my ear's over on the shoulder, I'm gonna fall back. As I fall back, I'm gonna kind of bring my knees together, and both knees are gonna come over the shoulder that does not have my face there. If I fall back and my knees come to my face, bad things can happen. Not ideal. Ear on the shoulder, I'm gonna lay back, knees together, coming over the opposite shoulder, rolling through. For little ninjas, this one, even though there's less fear of impact, like there often is for a forward roll, this one requires a fair bit of core strength. So you may need to kind of like push their feet over, or if I'm looking at it from this angle, if I'm working with a student, I'll kind of like guide their head towards their ear as they fall back. I'll kind of keep a hand there and I'll kind of pull their leg across to kind of force them through the motion. Typically, once they feel what the roll feels like, they are able to do it themselves. So from here, ear on the shoulder, lay back, both knees coming over my opposite shoulder as you complete the backwards roll. A common error is students will not keep their ear on their shoulder, and they'll come back and basically their head will be between their knees. If this is happening, they're crunching their neck. Ugh, this is uncomfortable. So I just hold my knees together so that I'm not actually crushing my neck as I complete the backwards roll. So definitely a cue worth working with your little one on. So practice those backwards rolls, pause it on this still frame. I would say work 8 good backwards rolls, should be fun, and then I'll see you right back here for a back break fall. Awesome. Back break fall is next. I don't want to undersell a back break fall. It's not a terribly exciting skill to learn, but it is a super useful skill to learn. You don't typically see this with like 3, 4, it's up to 7, 8, 10-year-olds, that kind of thing, with them falling and having a significant injury, though little people do fall a lot. You do hear with older people where they can break a hip or break, their elbow can dislocate when they fall if they don't fall properly. So if you can learn these fundamental skills earlier in life, then it can really save you later down the line, okay? So when we work a back break fall, really basic way to start is, again, sitting down on our tushy, both feet in front. I'm gonna make an X with my arms across my chest. I'm gonna tuck my chin, boom, to my chest again. I'm gonna lay straight back. I'm gonna slap both palms flat on the floor. It's gonna look something like this. Make an X, tuck my chin, lay back, and slap. As I slap, I wanna keep my head up. My body's gonna have a natural tendency to wanna whip back. And even on a mat, boom, if I bang my head on the floor, oh, I could get a headache. It can be uncomfortable and dangerous for me. So I wanna really, almost like I'm still trying to look forward the whole time. I wanna see what's happening across the floor. That's how much I wanna focus on my chin staying up. Now, this type of motion is very low impact, which is why it's great for little guys to learn. Later on in bigger classes, we'll be working on throwing skills. These are obviously much more advanced classes where you're thrown on your back. And so knowing how to fall safely will allow your partner to learn throwing skills without actually injuring someone. And of course, if you ever do fall back, it seems like every summer I hear about a child that fell out of a chair, or fell out of a bunk bed or something like that. And typically the instinct is to do this, right? And in a super low impact scenario, it's not particularly dangerous. But if I'm falling back, whoa, when I reach back, elbows dislocate, my wrists can break, I can damage my shoulder. So I really want to get used to this idea of tuck my chin, big slap, right? I often will also teach students to key up. When you land on your back, the air can get knocked out of you. So I want to fight that energy of hitting the floor with my own energy. Cross, tuck, lay back, big key up. Right? Basic back break fall. If your ninja's feeling pretty good after you've worked with them a couple times, they can go to like a squatted position. Now they're gonna have a little bit more impact falling back. Make an X, tuck my chin, lay back. Still trying to keep my head up. Again, I do not want my head to whip back and smack on the floor, right? So back break falls, guys, 10 good ones for these. These are super, super important. Have a little fun. I'll see you right back here. Really simple agility game. It helps to incorporate some of our rolling skills and gives us something to kind of focus on. I'm gonna use one of these balls. You could use a sock or anything small and squishy. So I'm gonna put it down on the ground. My goal is to roll over the ball and pick it up at the same time. So I'm gonna come through. When I make my triangle, I'm just gonna set that right on top of the ball. That way, as I pass over, I can just close my hands and I will have collected the ball while I do the roll. Not too bad, right? One more time, going the other way. Again, got my triangle ready. Super slow motion, grab, and complete the roll. If your ninja at home is feeling a little bit saucy, you can add a little target action to it where you give them something to throw it at. So I'm coming through, grabbing the ball, and throwing, right? Something kind of like that. Could be pretty fun. So that's gonna be our game. Oh, I got it that time. That's what I was aiming for, okay? So that would be the game that we're gonna play today. So pause it. Actually, no need to pause. I'm gonna finish out the class here. So when we finish out, you can take a little time, play with them on that one, and have some fun with it. So great to see you guys today. Thanks for training hard, and I will see you next time.